2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Windsor Gardens or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
Good afternoon, it's Jack with you on our favourite day of the week, Thursday. Hope yours has been good. Hey, over the next hour, we're going to be talking about something that's happened at Chrissie's house. She actually made a confession about something she hasn't ever taught her kids to do. And it's come back around to bite her on the butt. Don't you hate that? We'll also be talking about Bruno Mars. He's been in the news. But next, one of my best mates and star of the Today Show, Sarah Arbo, is going to stop by and we're going to pop her through a tight 5.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
And we recently caught up with one of my closest pals and star of the 9 Network.
Sarah Arbo from the Today Show has stuck around. Thank you so much, Sarah.
Are we going to see you pop up on 60 Minutes again this year, Arbo, or you're not sure?
No, I hope so. There are a couple of things cooking, but nothing in the immediate term.
All right.
But yeah, there'll be 1 or 2 through the year.
Great.
Have you got an exclusive with Ray Gun?
I don't know. Are there any exclusive left with her? Is there anything left to unearth?
I still love her so much. Like I'm still obsessed.
I think that there's a level of obsession from everyone. It's kind of everyone wants to know. And we all thought she was going to be in the jungle. She's not in the jungle.
Thank God.
It's like there'll be something around the corner.
The confidence is really extraordinary.
We did get her to do the kangaroo on our show, so I'm pretty proud of that moment.
Perfect. Now, whenever I always give you a little Google every time you're coming on the show just to see if there's something that's happening. And the first thing that ever comes up with you is your extreme privacy.
Oh.
Did you know that is first and foremost the information that is out about you?
It is funny, yes. Apparently I like to keep my life under wraps. And, to an extent I do. I don't think everyone needs to know, what time I go to the toilet every day. It's just like they get enough of me in the mornings.
See, okay, I'm going to have to cross that question off my...
Tight 5.
Sarah Arbo, let's get to know you a little bit better. I want to kick things off. It's been bothering me. Do you own an Oodie?
What is that?
Oh, you
Correct
don't.
answer.
You obviously don't.
What
They're
is
like
an
it's a
Oodie?
wearable blanket, and for me, it's the sign of like if I put an Oodie on, then I am in, and I don't care about myself.
I want one of those. Have you got one, Chrissy?
I will get you one. Yes.
Okay,
I've got an
great.
idea, Arbo. You can get them with your AFL team on them, and
Yes.
Arbo's a big Collingwood gal.
Yes. Let's get a Magpies
Yeah.
Woody.
Okay.
Oh, I'm into it.
That's easy done.
Okay,
That's
tick.
easy done. Mine has the cast from Friends on it.
Oh, stop it.
And I've
Hey, I'd
also
be
got-
down with that too.
I've got an avocado one as well. All right, next. Do you have a New Year's resolution for 2025?
I hate them as well, Chrissy, like you do. However, I did promise myself that I would read more. Isn't that boring?
No,
Yes.
that's also on mine.
No, Jackie, I know it's so boring. But like, I've got my iPad, my mini iPad. So I've just downloaded a whole bunch. I've actually downloaded 3 books and I've started one of them. So hopefully I finish all 3 by the end of the year. That's not too much to ask.
No,
is it?
that's good. That's
One's good.
It's achievable.
And it still leaves plenty of time for her to go out for dinner and drinks with you, Jack.
That's right. Lots of
the
martini
thing.
time.
Yeah.
That, and also I still want you to watch TV shows and source good TV shows
yes.
for us.
Okay, all right. Yes.
All right, next.
Task
Whose
on.
side are you on vis-a-vis Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni?
Wow, we had a proper breakdown of this on the show actually this week. Oh, there's so much we don't know, Chrissy. Like, we had our entertainment reporter in the US who was going through all the ins and outs, like literally in so much detail that I've never heard before. And I think Blake might be in the right here.
It's just actors behaving badly.
Well, they just need to behave like the rest of us, right? We're all so well behaved.
Doesn't it remind
the audience
you?
at all?
Especially on your show, mate.
Doesn't it remind? No, we will not speak of it. Doesn't it remind you of when friends of yours get divorced and then they just completely descend into acrimony, and you just want to go, guys, just pull yourselves together.
I know, just be adults.
Yes.
Yeah, please. Stopping squabbling teenagers.
Did you have any posters of anyone on your bedroom wall growing up? I can go first if you want to feel better about it.
Oh, no, I was going to answer before you finished the question. Backstreet Boys, Hanson, especially Taylor.
Yeah. I mean, you're only human. No one liked the other two in Hanson. Antonio Sabato Jr.
He was so hot, and then he went way off the rails with his weird views and stuff. But, like, he was a spunk back in the day.
Yeah,
and
I think he was a Calvin Klein model. Yes.
Right.
Who is he? I need to Google. Who is this?
We need to show Jackie a photo of him.
What else did he
think
do
he'd go
apart
feeling.
from get his doodle out in a pair of Calvins? I can't even remember. He was an actor, wasn't he?
I think he was an actor. I think he was in, like, a music video. But, yeah, apart from being a model, I know very little else about him.
Alrighty, one last question, Swanee.
What is your most used emoji?
Ooh.
I like this.
I actually think it's the facepalm one.
Open up your phone. Open up your phone. Let's all open up
Let's
our
have a
phones and
look.
find out for
All
sure.
right.
Hang on.
It's the facepalm or the eye roll. But
And
let me
do you
have
find out by sending?
So if you go to your emojis, it's the top left. Oh, see, mine's so boring. Mine's just the laughing face emoji.
Mine's the laughing face one too.
So is mine.
Oh, we're so basic.
Oh, and then the next one down is, the cute one with the hands out, like, hello, I'm so cute.
Oh, mine's the eggplant.
Oh, my God.
Of course it is. That will surprise no one.
Watch the Today Show weekdays from 5:30 on Channel 9. But we love you and we'll have you on a lot
Love you
more
guys.
this year, I promise.
Yay! Thank you.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
Swanee has recently got herself into a bit of strife at home.
I have 3 kids. And you know what? I've made a rod for my own back. I have not taught them how to clean up after themselves.
Yeah, no, you haven't.
I haven't.
No.
You've got to teach them absolutely everything.
I know.
And I've missed that. I missed it. I've taught them a whole lot of other important things like how to make an omelette, how to shop for wonderful cheese. But
Surely they can watch TikTok videos on how to clean. I'm always being served how to tidy and clean Marie
Listen.
Kondo-like videos.
they didn't even, I honestly don't think they even know that that's what happens. So I'm trying to teach them.
As in they don't know things get tidied and cleaned by them.
Yeah. Honestly, they don't know that's a thing. Like I literally,
Wow.
every time something happens, like the aforementioned omelette,
Yes.
I'll come in 10 minutes later and it's just the omelette's been eaten and someone's left the kitchen and I have to go, Leo/Peg, come and have a look at this. And you can see here the eggshells,
Yep.
the bowl with the whisk. I'm thrilled that you're using all of that, but what happens now?
Well, they're like, well, looks like you best get to cleaning, Mum.
I know. And then I have to really bite my tongue and say, see, this is what I mean when I say, and it's a recent concept, I understand, you've got to clean up after yourself. So you've got to work out in your mind, okay, do I clean as I'm making it? Am I the sort of person that wants to leave that mess and enjoy my omelette and come back to it?
Mm-hmm.
You've got to do something, but you've got to do something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nah, they're like, we wait for Mum to clean it up.
What can I tell you? I left the house on Monday, walked out of the house at 5 a.m. on Monday or Tuesday, can't even remember the date. The house was spotless. The cleaning had been done by me. It was spotless.
Ready for selling sunset cameras.
Yeah, I could have sold it. That's what I said to you. I could put it on the market.
Yeah.
It looked so good, and that is good for my brain because I know that when I come home, it looks good, and that's that. Then all my kids got sick or whatever. By the time I came back on Monday afternoon, it looked like an army of raccoons had broken in, and I nearly wept.
When you walked in the door.
Yeah, I nearly wept because I was so tired, and I'd worked so hard to get it to look all right. And it did not look all right. And
In
I hadn't
one
seen
day.
it. I'd done nothing. I hadn't even been in the house. None of the mess was mine.
Destroyed.
So I was very upset. Anyway, I texted Leo yesterday. They've all got ear infections, so it's just great. And I texted him and I said, just so you know, I'm going to read you the exact text.
Please.
The exact text.
Because you did read it to me in real time yesterday, and boy, did I love it.
Well, because I didn't even know it was that funny because I meant it.
I know, but I just found it so funny because it was just so stern and savage, and I love it when you're like that.
When I left yesterday morning, they were all still asleep, and I just quickly recorded what the kitchen looked like. Just went, okay, documented. And it was disgusting because I hadn't cleaned it up, the mess that they'd made.
Good.
I thought, stuff it. I said, Leo, I'm telling you this once. If the house looks anything like this, in brackets, see video below, when I get home, I'm going to a hotel. And I didn't even think that was funny because
I think it's so
I
great.
bloody meant it. And I could see myself walking down the path, walking in the door, looking around and just getting out my phone and going, where's the nearest Quest? Because I'm going there.
I was secretly hoping last night you were going to send me a selfie from like the QT or something. Being like,
Anything's possible. I want to know, am I alone here? 132410. Give us a call. What is the most unhinged, out of control threat you have made to your children?
you can be anonymous if you're embarrassed or if child services might come after you.
Never be embarrassed.
But just for sharing it with us, we're going to give you a $100 voucher for In the Roundhouse. And you can buy yourself some beautiful cutlery.
Yes, and you can eat off it alone in your hotel room.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Windsor Gardens or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
And we are currently in the middle of this.
If you're just tuning in, welcome. Take a seat, make you a coffee. But you would have missed a text message that I sent to my 16-year-old son who was at home ostensibly babysitting my youngest child who is 11.
Good on you, Leo.
And look, I got home and they were alive, which is great.
Your
but
house wasn't.
My house, look, was not. And I sort of knew that would be the case. So I made sure Leo had a copy of a video that I'd made of the house, of the kitchen looking disgusting by his own fair hand. And I just said, Leo, I'm telling you this once. If the house looks anything like this when I get home, I'm going to a hotel. And I bloody meant it. I meant it. And it was a bonkers threat that I didn't have to follow through on, but I would have, Jack. I would have.
I know you would
knew me.
have.
I was at the end of my tether.
You were done. 132410, we are asking you, what's the most ridiculous threat you've made to your kid in the heat of the moment?
Leonie, what was it?
Hi, Chrissy and Jack. Oh, look, we made up this name, Bertha, and we explained to our kids that she's from the naughty girls' home, and if they didn't improve their behaviour, we were going to send them. And so on numerous occasions, we'd literally rip the phone out and start pretending to dial and say, right, we're ringing Bertha now. And they just like get hysterical, go, oh, you know.
Oh, did you ever
it's a bit
have
mean.
did you ever have a one-sided conversation with Bertha? Would it just start like, Bertha, it's time?
Yeah, look, I'm sure we have. I haven't had to use it for quite a while because the kids are a little bit older. But yeah, definitely.
That reminds me,
had to-
I've had one-way conversations with Santa, and it looks like this. Like I've called and I've gone, Santa, and these little faces just looking at me. I'm like, Santa, it's not.
Oh, no.
It's not good. We're going to have to talk about how many lumps of coal have you got? Because I'm going to need 3. I'm going to need 3 and maybe an orange and 3 20-cent pieces, and that's all they're getting for Christmas. Are you on the same page? And there's little faces going.
Shaking
I mean,
in
we
their
do
boots.
some mean stuff, but also we're pushed to our limit.
Leonie, that's a $100 voucher for In the Roundhouse for you.
Oh, thank you.
Well done.
Let's go to Amy, Swanee.
What is the funniest, most unhinged threat you've ever given your kids?
Well, I don't have kids myself yet, but I'm thinking of myself as a child, and I was a little bit of a cartwheel kid in the supermarket and a real lolly kid, so always asking Dad for lollies and cartwheeling down the aisle, a bit of youngest child syndrome. So Dad would threaten to throw me into the charity bin if I was to play up.
Amazing.
Oh, that is good because you would have gone, oh, no, you can't do that. And then you would have looked at the charity bin and gone, hang on, that is a big drawer. I would fit in
Actually,
there.
I could fit. Yeah, I could
Yes.
definitely fit in there. So
Yes.
it's quite the threat.
Amy, we're going to send you a $100 voucher for In the Roundhouse for that. Well done.
And we finished with you, Jilly. Hello, Jill.
Hello, how are we all?
What's the funniest threat you've made to the kids, Jill?
So my threat to the kids was, I had 3 babies under 3.5, so it was pretty full-on bath time. They would hop out and they would bicker, they would fight and all that sort of stuff. So to get them in order and get them dressed, I would always say, right, that's it. I'm going to jump in the bath. I'm going to empty the bath, and it's going to take me all the way downstairs. and down the plug hole. And then they didn't listen, so then I pulled the plug hole out, hid in the toilet, and then when it obviously got to the bottom of the bath and it made that really, sucky noise, they would come running in, like screaming and going, "Oh my gosh, Mum's just gone down." In the meantime, I've run downstairs and I'm underneath the bathroom and walk up and go, "See, told you."
Oh my God, were you ever tempted to go, "Help! Help me!"
$100 voucher for In the Round House is on its way to you, Jill.
That's
Oh,
genius.
thank you.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
Hope you're having a nice Thursday. It's time for this.
Chrissie's clickbait.
Let's talk Bruno Mars.
Oh, we haven't spoken about him for a
Well,
while.
we haven't, but he has got a couple of songs out at the moment. That one with Lady Gaga and the one with
Rosé.
Yes. We're playing them all the time. So
All
he
the
hasn't
time.
disappeared. I sort of thought he had disappeared and then he's all over the place. He's poked fun at the rumours that were circling last year about his $50 million gambling debt.
I think I remember us discussing this at the end of last year. Or maybe you and I spoke about it off air because you said, "What's happened to Bruno Mars?"
Yeah.
And we Googled and that came up.
$50 million. Like, I have anxiety because I got a parking ticket a few months ago and I still haven't paid it, and I know that it's mounting and it's probably $370 now.
Yeah, that'll creep up on you.
And that I lose sleep over that. Can you imagine if I had a $50 million gambling debt? I'm not saying he does. He was, he dropped a new single. We need to discuss the name of it.
What is it?
Fat, Juicy and Wet.
Oh,
I don't
there's so
think
much
that's
I want to say.
I don't think that's appropriate.
Don't you?
No, I don't. Fat, Juicy and Wet.
FJW. What do you think you could be talking about?
Well, obviously it's an eye fillet
Ah,
Steak.
yeah, duh.
because that's how you want them.
Fat, juicy and wet.
Anyway, it's a racy track apparently.
Would you rather fat, juicy and moist? What's worse?
I think Fat, Juicy and Wet is pretty bad.
Yeah.
Having said that, that is what you want for a steak, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It's a racy track, and he posted a cheeky message on his social media, which included a plea to his fans to keep streaming his music because he wants to be out of debt in no time.
Okay.
$50 million. Hey, speaking of Bruno Mars, an event planner from New York City called Morrissey Bloom sat down on a podcast.
American.
It's so American. And it's so New York City, isn't it?
Yes.
New York City event planner, wedding and event planner, Morrissey Bloom.
Marcy.
She sat down on a equally American podcast called The Him and Her Show, and she divulged what Bruno Mars charges to appear and sing a couple of songs at your event.
Here, I'll tell you a story because I never signed an NDA. And we were working with J-Lo and A-Rod before they broke up. And we're going through a list of musicians. And she goes, "What about Bruno Mars?" I said, "We just worked with him and he's 5. She, "Don't be ridiculous." I said, "I'm telling you.
Million.
5 million.
Just to perform for the night.
Plus rider. Plus the night. You get 45 minutes. You get an hour. Yeah.
$5 million for 45 minutes.
Absolutely not.
So what does he owe? $50 million? What's that? I'm not very good at maths, but
Nor am I.
mean-
We're in the wrong studio for that.
I know.
That's a lot of gigs, though. Maybe he does have a gambling debt, and that's why he's charging so much.
$5 million though, even for his friend J-Lo. I'm imagining they know each other.
You'd think.
Is this the song?
This is Fat, Juicy and Wet.
Fat, juicy, and wet. Fat, juicy, and wet. I don't even know. Cookie so good, made me throw up a...
The Chrissie Swan Show.
It's just gone 3 o'clock. Hopefully you're just knocking off work, or perhaps you're on the way to pick the kids up. We are with you for another hour before Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel. And in that hour, we must do sweeping statements. Swanee and I are going to share our unpopular opinions. We're also going to talk about hot Pilates. A TikToker over in the States wasn't thrilled that a dude was in her class. And Chrissie and I have thoughts. Next, though, Swanee is going to attempt to tell us a story about wanting to get a tattoo. But when her uncle is brought up, it's going to quickly go off the rails.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, Reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Windsor Gardens or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
And I think things are about to go off the rails.
You know what? I'm a stubborn girl.
Stubborn girl.
And I was signed to yesterday. I'm a stubborn girl and a big girl too.
Who's a stubborn and big girl?
Oh, you Pat's youngest? Geez, you're a big girl. It's my favourite. You know,
It gets me every time.
you know,
Jeez, you're a big girl.
Oh, you Pat's youngest? Geez, you're a big girl. We were talking about tattoos yesterday because Pete Davidson, gorgeous Pete Davidson, is getting all his removed, 200 removed.
What? I didn't know this.
Yeah. 200 tattoos removed one by one. He said it really, really hurts. And I'm like, I can never commit to a tattoo. I was talking to my kids about it. I can never commit to a tattoo because I changed my mind. Like when I could have done Taylor Swift, I could have done the walking, but they're all part of my everyday now.
Yeah.
I don't need that.
And the one that I really shut down on air was an apple because that is boganic.
Oh, I still love the apple, but I'm not going to do that. But tell you what I could get that will never go out of fashion, obviously.
A nipple piercing.
No, is
What?
is just in nice script. Oh, are you catchy? Are you catchy? Just the word. Just the words. I'm going to do a full impersonation for you. He's sitting there. It's like 7,000 degrees, middle of summer in Brizzy.
This is what his uncle, for those that haven't heard this story before.
He's sitting on a covered veranda in some sort of vinyl couch with cracks in it. And I go over there and he's sitting there with a long neck beer. This is my family.
Full
God love him.
Queenslander.
And he's looking at me. Keep in mind, he's been hit by a tram He's been hit by a tram. This is Uncle Joe, dear old Uncle Joe. He's been hit by a tram twice on different occasions.
Actually?
Yes, like 5 years apart. He got hit by a tram once, and it was very bad. And then he got hit by a tram again.
In Brisbane?
Yes, in Brisbane. Brisbane used to have trams. Fun fact.
Didn't know that.
So he's been hit by a tram. There's been some damage of some sort. Anyway, I'm sitting there. I walk in, and he's shocked when he sees. He's shocked when he sees me. He does it like, you know, on Seinfeld when Kramer walks in a room.
Yeah, like fully startled.
And he goes, because he probably hasn't seen me since I was in a nappy, like 1 year old. I'm about 16 at this time, so not impressionable at all. Not worried about how I look. And he goes, are you Pat's youngest? And I go, yes. And he goes, geez, you're a big girl. Geez, you Pat's youngest. Geez, you're a big girl.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
It's Jack with you, and if you are a Pilates guy or gal, you're going to want to listen to this.
I have uncovered an alarming trend, Jack.
What is it?
Well, it's not what you think. I'm about to say that men are flocking to female-dominated yoga and Pilates classes.
Is this a dig at me?
That is not the trend that is alarming. The trend that is alarming is that they're not welcome. Ladies are complaining about men in their, in through the nose, out through the mouth kind of classes, and that makes me sad.
That feels harsh.
It
And
does
not kind.
feel harsh. You do Pilates.
Yeah, I'm the king of the reformer. Mad for it.
Oh, the king of the reformer. And how many men are in your, what's the ratio men to women?
So, the other day, there were 3 dudes, including myself, and then probably 7 chicks. So I think there were 10 of us.
And are you made to feel welcome or just nothing? Do you know what I mean?
Well, I'm
it's okay.
Yeah, I've always felt welcome. I'm respectful and I'm not annoyingly loud and I don't grunt. And I'm also the teacher's pet. The Pilates teacher froths me.
Of course.
So she just stands there and chats with me the whole time. So I think they'd be more annoyed that I'm
So
liked.
are you getting any work done or are you just like, oh my God, have you seen the new trailer for the Kardashians?
I'm trying to, but she does a lot of that chat.
Well, not the case in America. Have a listen to this little piece to camera this lady recorded.
I'm going to say something about men in group fitness classes. It's going to piss some people off, but I don't care. I just took a hot yoga class, and there were many guys in the class. This particular man, push-ups before class started, heavy breathing, grunting, slurping his water. It is a quiet, zen, peaceful yoga class. It is 7 a.m. Why must you take up more space than you already naturally do? Why can you be seen and not heard? Demure, cutesy, you know? Like, you don't, we get it, you're a man. Like, you don't need to act like that, though. It's annoying, and we all secretly hate you.
Oh.
She's a bit annoying.
Yeah.
we secretly hate her. The problem I have with this is she said hot yoga.
Oh.
It is peaceful and calm. It is not. You get in that room, you are fighting for your life.
It is straight up hell. That is how I imagine hell to be.
I've done it once.
Same.
And I felt like my head was shrinking like that scene out of Beetlejuice. You know, like just all of a sudden.
Did you have to walk out of the room or did you commit?
When you say walk out, does that
Crawl out?
does it count if I crawled? I crawled on all fours through the door into the bathroom, pushed the bottom of the door to get into the bathroom, and just lay on the cold floor.
How long into the class do you think that was?
I did it for a while. I was quite,
Committed.
brave, yeah. But just say, how long is a class?
45
how long
usually?
is that hell? 45 minutes. I reckon I did 30. But it was uncomfortable and I was like short of breath.
Mm-hmm.
I'm that guy. I would be guzzling my water and going,
You feel like you're at death's door. I'm impressed
you did
you
it
made...
recently.
Swanee, I did it last week with 2 of my mates and I made it to the 22-minute mark.
Oh, my God, that sounds familiar. I think I did the same.
I looked at my phone and I'm like, I said to my mates, I've got to go. I've got to step outside. And the teacher saw and opened the door for me. The exercises themselves weren't what I was struggling with. It was the heat. My head was spinning.
How hot is it? It's like, it feels like 100 degrees.
No, I feel like it's only like 38 degrees.
I think we should talk more about hot yoga tomorrow and speak to people that don't want to die at the 22-minute mark.
I know because...
And what's the secret?
What's the secret?
Do you prep? Do you prep? Do you like super hydrate?
I was sucking back on my Frank Green the night before to ensure that I was hydrated.
Lucky Frank.
It didn't help. But okay, yeah, tomorrow we need tips because I'd like to be good at it.
I would too because I love the heat. See, I'm fine in far north Queensland and stuff, but put me in a Bikram studio in wherever and I'm dead.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
It is Thursday, which means we must do this.
Swan's sweeping statements.
Oh yeah, it's back. Back for 2025, our favourite segment and yours. This is where you get it all off your chest. You're not going to get in trouble for your unpopular opinion. We are all friends. What do they say on that Uber Eats ad? Charlie XCX and Martha Stewart. We listen, we don't judge.
We listen and we don't judge.
And we don't judge. 13 24 10. Give us a call. We're all ears.
Kick us off for the year, Swanee, our 3rd year of sweeping statements.
Speaking of ears, mine has to do with ears. The only... I always get this word wrong. The only earbuds...
Okay, like
Is that what they're called?
headphones?
Headphones, earbuds. I don't want to say AirPods because that's a brand name. The only things that you should listen to music through or have phone calls through your phone into your ears are the ones that plug into your phone. Corded earbuds for the win.
Okay.
Don't give me the AirPods. Don't give me ones that don't have, because I will lose them. I will lose them.
That's a you problem.
I will lose them. And then they run out of battery. And what are you going to do? These ones, they plug in, bang. Never out of battery, never lost. They never fall out.
They get in the way of like your walk and strut though when you're walking. Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
When they're plugged into my phone, it's annoying because you have to like then strategically plug your phone into your pant bottom or your shorts.
You need a bum bag.
Oh, well, that's just never going to happen.
They
so
sit
let's
front and center. It's perfect.
Absolutely not. AirPods are fantastic and one of my favourite inventions.
Okay, good on you. What's yours?
My sweeping statement. Oh, this feels a bit... I don't know if it is that unpopular, but I think it is. I don't think we have enough billboards in Australia.
I agree.
I was driving down the peninsula a lot over the summer, and every time I saw a billboard, I found myself getting excited. I love advertising. I love what they do with them.
So do I. And it's such large form.
Yeah.
The creatives can get really great.
Really good.
And when you see a good one, you get so excited. Like on the way home from the airport, I saw the Specsavers ad.
It's fantastic.
And it says, welcome to Sydney.
Yeah.
And you've arrived in Melbourne. And then in Sydney, it says, welcome to Adelaide or whatever. And for a minute, you get that, oh my God, panic. And then you go, you got me.
You got me, you cheeky buggers.
Yes, I
Should have gone to
agree.
Specsavers.
I agree. There should be more.
And I think it helps people like stay alert on the road when you're driving because it kind of grabs your eye. But I know
love
most
this.
people would be like, advertising trying to take more money from us.
Don't listen to them. Advertising makes the world go round.
Absolutely. I want our freeways and highways to look like Times Square.
Agreed.
If I was the Prime Minister, that's what I would do.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
First, we're going to do this segment where Swanee and I discuss everything we didn't get to over the summer break.
SMTD. We have so much to discuss with Chrissie and Jack.
Oh, yeah. So much to discuss. Start using that because it is a great phrase.
We have had 6 weeks apart, and all week we've been doing this. And quite frankly, we could do it all month with the amount of stuff we missed over the summer break.
100%. I've had a rolling note on my phone.
Same.
And I've been meaning to discuss with you your favourite words. You're right, Jack. Last year, you said that you'd read a thing on Deux Moi, which is a fabulous Insta account that we both follow.
Celebrity tip-offs.
Celebrity tip-offs. Secret. I still
Blinds,
don't
they call
know
them.
who run it. Blinds.
Blinds.
It's sort of like a guess who don't sue sort of situation.
Yeah.
And you revealed last year that someone said that Rihanna actually can't sing anymore, and that is why she's concentrating on makeup and hosiery, I think it is.
Yeah.
You know.
And there was a hair product, I think.
And there was an entire hairline, but no concerts and no singles. And we were like, of course she can still sing. Just before Christmas, some footage came out of Rihanna in a karaoke bar in New York City. Is that right? New York City? Which is where our friend Lauren Phillips ran into her as well recently.
I know Loz of Jason Lauren fame had a full night with Bad Gal Riri.
At a New York City bar.
I
She
mean,
must like these things.
That woman can attract a star, Lauren.
She sure can.
We
I
love her.
wonder if she heard Rihanna singing like this.
She really still tries.
I cannot believe it. Because we've got what that song sounded like when we heard it on the radio.
But you never could imagine.
Oh, tune.
Never thought you could have it. You needed me.
It's so good.
It's so good.
But it makes me feel better. That little bit at the end.
Oh, wow.
Isn't it gold?
Wow, Swanee. Well, speaking of terrible singing,
Yeah.
our gal, Katy Perry,
Oh, dear.
released a special edition of her album 143.
I really thought that she was back from the brink when she performed at the AFL halftime. She was really great, and I thought she's back.
No, she's not. And I want her to be back because I love the back catalogue and I do
know.
actually like Katy.
I know.
There's a song on this extended version. So she adds 3 extra songs, let's say. It's called Okay. And the reason it came to my attention is an American Idol contestant because she was a judge on American Idol, who was told by Katy that he essentially won't succeed or have a career in music, stitched a video of him listening to this song being like, hang on, this is the same woman that told me I won't be successful in music.
I haven't heard this song.
The song is called Okay, and I think it is her worst song to date.
Oh, big call.
Tears, have we had enough? Take my hand, we're not giving up.
Now.
And everybody say, hey, it's gonna be okay.
It's not.
I'm always gonna be around, no matter if you're up or down. Yeah, hey, what did I say?
I mean, is that even her singing?
I'm never gonna let you drown, no matter if you're up or down.
look, it's not great. I feel very bad judging people for songs when I can't write a song.
Yeah, but Swanee, you're not trying to do global tours. You're not trying to say that you're an acclaimed singer. That is horseshit.
The Chrissie Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.
2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, Reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Windsor Gardens or download the Revo Fitness app, revofitness.com.au, or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.